2, 1.
Alright.
Gates open.
Down into bottom lane we head. We've got a Bone Slicer, Zul'jin, Q build, Falstad. Imperius is going to go burn the Impure in the solo lane up against that. Leoric will have third win Muradin as well, Osin's Renewal. And Muradin lands an immediate Stormbolt, but that's really all he'll be able to do. Some Shock Rays coming out from Tassadar, but he did go Psi and Fusion level 1 for that Psionic Storm. What's up, Voriel? Good to see you, bud. Happy Saturday to you. Thought it'd be nice to do a bit of Heroes of the Storm casting, and then later on we're going to do some Mario Party with some friends. Couple autos raining into the maze. Some cleave damage as well from Death Knight, but it doesn't look like the left-hand side will be falling anytime soon. Oh man, sorry, my brain. I was just like, isn't Death Knight on the side of Clouded Mines? And I think it's actually Night Knight is on the side of Clouded Mines is what I'm thinking of. Either way, let's take a peek up into the top lane. Got our Leoric versus Imperius. Doesn't look like Imperius is playing this too aggressive for the time being. Just waiting for the wave to crash into him and clear in front of the fort front gate. Oh, no Spectral, no Drain Hope from Leoric. Not Spectral Leech. Yeah, let me double check these teams once again. Macro Machine says Ratson, and Ratson's on the left-hand side. Okay, we're good. Some good old Heroes of Storm for you all. Nice icing from the Mei, the Blizzard, the Tassadar Force Wall, and Muradin will be taken down by the Fairy Dragon Brightwing. First blood to the right-hand side, as Leoric is sustaining pretty well off the health bar of this Imperius. Top lane will be gathering some of the charge here, but it's going to be expiring since the Leoric will be able to regain control of the top beacon. With the kill on Muradin early on, they're going to go ahead and siege through bottom lane with the camp that was grabbed as well on the side of Clouded Mines, and it's looking pretty good as a start for our right side team. Yo, Skulfy, happy Saturday, bud. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Little hammering poke out from Falstad. Zul'jin just continues to rain in axes. As I mentioned, he's going to be going into Bone Slicer level 1, so no extra stackage. No extra range from Headhunter, potentially. Rob on this Mei is getting a little bit low. Can she get out? The icing from Mei is going to be good here.
I will follow you to the end of the world. Subscribed.
No message. Skulfy, thank you for the tier 1 for 43 months. Thank you for almost 4 years of support. I can't believe it. Thank you so very much, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Way to start out the stream. What a way to start out the stream. We got some good old Heroes of Stormcasting. We get a sub from Skulfy. The day is made. We can just shut this bad boy down. Leoric is going to go for Paralyzing Rage level 4 here. Rob goes in after the Fascia from Brightwing will come through. The Blizzard from Mei is pretty good. Death Knight getting low. Tychus with the overkill trying to chase in onto the Zul'jin, but won't be able to get the kill. And Falstad on the right-hand side. I didn't even see him, and I don't think the members of Clouded Mines did either. Arcane the 13th comes in with the Hammering, takes down the Tychus, and maybe, just maybe, they can get the double kill with another Hammering thrown into Rob here, but the Mei makes it out with about 420 HP. That's a lot of months. That is a lot of months. That is a lot of months, and I'm glad you've been a part of our community for all of it. We've had a lot of big, like, resubs recently. A lot of 3 years, a lot of 4 years, couple 2 years here and there. It's all appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know Bandit appreciates it as he digs on his toes, mister. Yeah, I saw that. I saw you trying to pull on that dual claw. Alright, Tychus will go in the Rhythm level 4. He'll be at 26 stacks currently, which is actually pretty decent 2.5 levels after picking up the talent. Uh-oh, wait a minute. I say that, and this is going to be Tychus going down. I caster cursed him as Leoric does get picked off in top lane. So there will be a trade solo lane for the Tychus, and Imperius can now kind of push up into this lane. We will see the bottom lane channel start once again over to the right-hand side for Clouded Mines. Tychus about to respawn, Leoric as well. Leoric does have the ability to cheat death and respawn right back on the battleground, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's going to try and regain control of top lane, get some Zerg channel for his allies. He is going to take a bit of damage onto that fort front gate, but I think Hoku is very okay with that. And the trade between these two, I think Leorc should be winning this out. Doesn't have a level 7 yet. Falstad flies up, though, and that's going to guarantee the kill onto this Imperius. There's no way he's getting out of that one. He did have Celestial Charge, and you saw him working his way down. I think he was going to Celestial Charge into the boss pit, because Falstad already burned Barrel Roll, but the burst damage was there, and that'll be another kill over the left-hand side from Macro Machines. And you can actually say they're living up to their name. The macro from Falstad's pretty good here. Stormbolt for Muradin not connecting. He's trying to back away. Mei icing is pretty good. She's able to kind of maneuver people around as the Force Wall from Tassadar holds Death Knight in place, but the Shock Ray won't connect. And it wouldn't have been fatal, but it still would have been a decent amount of damage. This Zul'jin, very low on mana, still has the auto attacks raining in. Currently 8 stacks on that baseline. Maybe taken down here as the Mei Snowblind will reduce that auto attack duration. What is the actual blind time? 1.75 seconds. Okay. Imperius, Leorc in top lane. A little back and forth once again. This is looking reminiscent of earlier, but this is what I was saying. Yeah, the Imperius cannot go up against the Leorc like that in the 1v1, especially with this level 7, the Willing Vessel. Increase the healing from Drain Hope to 25% of Leorc's maximum health. If Drain Hope lasts the full duration, Leorc instantly heals for an additional 5%. So the 1v1 up against Leorc is a little difficult for the Imperius right now. He does have the press forward, so you have the 10 armor. Falstad flying to top. Falstad's not even needed here. He actually canceled the flight. Nicely done. Good communication coming out from Leorc in top lane saying, hey, stick around in bottom. Poke at the enemy team, save your flight for later, and hopefully don't die as the barrel roll with the extended range level 4 afterburner will allow Falstad to disengage. The bottom lane Zergwave 33%, the top lane Zergwave a big bolstered 100%. 3 Ultralists, a handful of Banelings, some Lings, a couple Marines in there as well. From the minion wave, we've got some Hydras and the Guardians, and that'll be crashing into the fort front gate in top lane. As the 10 Talontiers will be coming through soon on both sides. We'll cycle through the other numbers. Bottom lane cleared out pretty quickly here by the members of Macro Machines. Clouded Mines. Yeah, they actually get pretty good clear in this top lane. They lose the fort front gate, but Tassadar Tychus do great siege damage or minion wave damage here. Zerg wave clear is probably the better phrasing for it. Barrel roll in from Falstad. Cryo Freeze activated by the Mei. She throws a snowball back onto Death Knight. And that Zul'jin is able to avoid the Shock Ray of Tassadar. Nullus takes a handful of damage from a couple autos of Death Knight and that Grievous Throw. Some heals from White Mane are looking pretty good. Death Knight heals up a little bit from the regeneration. Back over in top lane, Leorc and Imperius brawling out, and Leorc missing the Drain Hope. That's probably the best way Imperius can kind of 1v1 this. Otherwise, if he lands the Drain Hope, Imperius has to pretty much back away and break that connection. Stormbolt onto the Tassadar. Haymaker from Muradin to push Tychus away. Falstad barrel rolls in. Black Hole out from the Tassadar. The overkill activated from Tychus. Scarlet Aegis from our White Mane as well to bolster some health. That's a good gust from Arcane. Helps out the allies. But we do have Haymaker, Gust, Entomb, Scarlet Aegis, and the Zul'jin Tostingo. On the opposing side, it will be the Angelic Armament, as well as your Blink Heal, Ice Wall, Commandeer Odin, and Black Hole. Ice Wall onto Zul'jin. And the CC is good to take him down. Of course, as always, if you don't know, Scarlet Aegis, you bolster spirits of nearby allied heroes, healing them for 462 HP and granting 40 armor for 4 seconds. For those that may not know, because we don't see it, we've actually been seeing more and more White Mane as of late, at least on my channel. Odin, which outranges structures, is going to be poking at this bottom lane fort here. Next Zerg wave should be announced momentarily. Huh. Look at that timing. 87 stacks for our Falstad right now. Level 12, not too bad for him. As Leorc is just going to grab this Regeneration Globe on top. He does have that Osin's Renewal, so Regeneration Globes give 20-second cooldown reduction on that 120-second overall cooldown. Right side Siege Camp will be grabbed. We'll be seeing our beacons up in a few seconds. Until then, it's going to be grabbing some camps and drinking a bit more tea. Bottom lane will be held currently by the members of Clouded Minds. Top lane looks like our Leoric will get onto this. He's going to 1v1 up against the Imperius, who lands the Celestial Charge. Solarian Flare as well, but keep in mind on the left-hand side, you can see Falstad floating on in. He's going to have some great burst damage onto the Imperius, as well as that armor reduction from the Boomerang level 7. And it looks like he'll get a couple more autos in, and Imperius is able to tap well and back away. Zul'jin currently on 13 stacks, still working his way through that baseline. 2 more stacks for him, or 10 more autos. He'll be able to get the... That's a great flank gust. Be able to get the 1.1 range increase. A good ice wall to create some space, but it's not enough. Falstad does get the burst damage onto Tassadar and will take down the Protoss here, as Tychus is going to discover this Muradin, tries to get away. That's going to be a heavy impact for the slow from Muradin. Does he have a Stormbolt to follow anything up? It looks like the May Ice, or the May Blizzard is enough to zone the enemies back. They will not be able to get that kill. Back over on top, though. Imperius is starting to win this 1v1. Lands the Celestial Charge onto... Uh-oh, that's not good. Yeah, missing that Drain Hope, that's like, okay, we gotta leave. Missing the Drain Hope is pretty much like, okay, it's time for me to not fight against you anymore. Nice little sidestep there, or side float from Falstad, avoids the Celestial Charge. Leoric decides he's going to come right back into this, lands the Drain Hope. There's the Angelic Armament, and Entomb as well from Leoric to kind of hold Imperius in place. The Angelic Armament, I don't think it got the reactivation, or I don't know if it actually hit anyone. And I do think Imperius should... No! I thought Imperius and the Leoric were going to trade there. Tostingo activated, and Zul'jin's like, maybe I can just trade, but the Black Hole from Tassadar pushes him back. Tychus Odin is going to be able to provide some damage, but this Scarlet Aegis from Whitemane and her heals from the Zeal are good enough to keep this Zul'jin alive. As Leoric is going to push that camp onto top lane wave, he's going to also grab the Regeneration Globe. That's going to be a very aggressive flight in from Falstad. Polymorph after the gust comes through, and that's Tassadar rooted in place by that Ensnare, level 13 of Zul'jin. Leoric, though, as I mentioned, he's only got a Raven here, but hey, they got great damage in top lane. Nice back and forth. Imperius having a rough time up against the Leoric and top, especially with the Falstad constantly flying up and getting these offset 2v1s. Couple autos out from our Zul'jin. 88 stacks on our Tychus as well. A little bit of hammering poke here and there. Alright, bottom lane fort should be taken down here. Mini waves on the wave. May and Brightwing are a little far away. I think they're going to play this safe, though, and they won't stick around for the extra duration. Also, the mini wave did get cleared away, so it does make sense that they would disengage, actually. So, bottom lane fort sticks around with about less than a quarter of its HP. Clap onto the ground and snare onto the May. That's going to be a twin cleave into May as well. She gets the Cryo Freeze activation. Ice Wall into 2. The Gust from Falstad to push back the enemies. The Black Hole from Tassadar will connect onto a few as well. Force Wall from Tassadar on the point. The Zerg channel is currently 50-50. Leoric and top lane up against this. Imperius is having a little brawl right now as the bottom lane engagement did kind of slow down. As we take a look back into bottom. Pressing up onto the fort here. Some Searing Lashes coming out from Whitemane, getting a little bit of structure damage onto the fort. Icing from the May. Cleanse onto this Zul'jin. He's got Tostingo available if he wants to pop it. It looks like Tassadar's the first one to go down. The mini wave is here. They can push up onto this fort. Little Grievous throw onto the fort to get a little extra damage, and Snare goes out. Misses that connection onto Rob. But the Muradin Dwarf toss in with the Stormbolt will be the connection they need, and that is a kill. Imperius reading the double kill in bottom lane, decides to tap well. Backs off to safety in case he is rotated on. He's going to be chilling in the bush over here. Actually, he's not going to see the rotation at the top because the enemy team is currently on the Archangel. The boss will be grabbed. Boss should go to top lane. Zerg Wave should go to bottom. This should be a pretty good push for Macro Machines. Sorry, morning allergies are kicking my butt. I'm doing my best to ride the mute button, chat. We had some rain, so all the pollen kind of popped up again for like a couple days, but it looks like it's dying back down. Anyways, Archangel top lane. We've got that huge Zerg wave in bottom. What's the game plan right now? Archangel with the line shot will get... the Archangel should take down the fort. The Orc manages the wave. He doesn't have Neil Peasants level 4. He went into the Paralyzing Rage for the extra slow potential on that. Skeletal Swing. Imperious and May don't want to step out. The entire fort front wall being taken down here. Whoa, what a Haymaker from Muradin. Tassadar, mid-flight of the Haymaker, is going to be taken down. Falstad barrel rolls back to safety. The siege through the bottom lane is absolutely immaculate. Camp plus Minion Wave and Zerg Wave. The Commandeer Odin coming through. The Falstad flank flight. He's going to get a good gust onto the enemies. There's a Stormbolt onto 2. The Wrath of Angiris. Excuse me, not Wrath of Angiris. That's going to be... The Angelic Armament will be activated. There was a Scarlet Aegis from Whitemane in all of this as well. Muffin Man. Looks like that is going to be a crumbled Muffin on the ground as that is Brightwing taken down. That is also your core shielding dropped. Toss Dingo activated by Zul'jin, and they will confirm map number 1 in this first best 3 of the day over to the side of Macro Machines. GG. Well played. Uh, 130 stacks for Falstead. Nice. 107 stacks on Artychus. God dang. Unfortunately, Zul'jin couldn't finish his baseline, and he was 2 stacks away from a nice amount of Arcanite Axes at level 7. But all in all, a pretty good map 1. Alright, we're going to roll out some ads. We are currently 7 subs away from our first October movie night. If you're feeling like supporting the stream, if you're enjoying yourself here, be sure to subscribe. If you got an unused Prime, now's a good time to use it, and we'll get set up for map number 2.
Prepare yourself for battle, heroes.
Welcome back, everybody, into the Nexus Gaming Series Division B West matchup of Macro Machines versus Clouded Minds. Macro Machines got a Stitches, Vala, Dahaka, Whitemane, and Nazeebo. And they're looking for a 2-0. Through Towers of Doom, we'll see if they can do it. On the right-hand side, Clouded Minds with a Gazlo, Stukov, Varian, Leoric, and Sylvanas.
10 seconds.
I could have made a game that failed horribly and shut down almost immediately for no more than $350 million.
1.
Bro, like, dude, Sony could have given me $1 million and I could have just casted Heroes of the Storm and like, run tournaments, and that would have been more effective than Concord. Bro, if I had $1 million to just stream and run HOTS tournaments and shit, I would do it. Hell, I would run other tournaments. I definitely run Stormgate tournaments as well. I enjoy that game quite a bit. I had a really good time doing co-op games with everybody. All right, let's dive into Towers of Doom, map number 2. Thanks, everyone, for being here, by the way. Happy Saturday. Hope you're all enjoying the games, enjoying the casts, enjoying the NGS. We have a Stitches with Hungry for More, Creed the Hunter Vala, Dahaka with the Enhanced Agility. We'll also be seeing Pandemic for our Nazeebo with those Toads. We've got the Overwhelming Affliction, Oasin's Renewal again, Overpower for Varian. We've got that Low Blow as well as the Rocket Boots. And for Whitemane, it's going to be the Pity the Frail. Seeing Leoric here in mid lane trying to do that double soak duty, but of course Nazeebo I think is going to jump into mid periodically as well as Stitches. Actually, I wonder if Dahaka is going to be mostly stuck in top lane because Stitches and Nazeebo need the double soak for the regeneration globe for Stitches and the stackage as well for Nazeebo baseline. So we might actually see Dahaka just catch mid lane soak here and there. Feel like it's going to be double soak from mid to bottom from the allied side. For the side of Macro Machines. That's a good hook, but Jimmy Bob Joe is taking quite a bit of damage, able to back away. Whitemane won't be picked off this time. I still can't believe that Sony spent $400 million on Concord. That is mind-blowing to me. That I feel like that has to be like the biggest video game loss in history. Especially with the game getting canceled like being shut down a month after it releases. Like, ugh. I honestly think Concord will go down in the history books as literally the worst game. Nothing against the devs, but I mean that's just someone had to have been saying something. Like they couldn't have all been like, yeah, this will do great. I'm sure the members of Macro Machine said this will do great because they just they had that team fight and it did not work out too well. Stitches and Nazebo do go down. Jimmy trying to back away. Lurking Arm, Gazlo, Lazor, and that is going to be a triple kill early on in bottom lane for the side of Clouded Minds. Oh, there we go. Alright, so Dahaka playing it safe and top. As I said, Nazebo's probably going to catch mid-soak here and there. Build up that stackage. Did go into big Voodoo at level 4, so increase the health and mana bonuses from Voodoo Ritual by 100%. A taunt underneath the Lurking Arm of Stukov. There's no CC onto anyone from Gazlo. That will be Dahaka brush-talking in. The top left is going to be channeled. The Orc will get top right. Rob is so very low in the very end. And he will go down. Vala vaults forward, trying to take down Terrasar. I kept reading Sour, and I was like, that can't be right. No, Terrasar. Very, very nice name. It's one of my favorite dinosaurs. A hook goes out looking for something. Uh-oh. What do we got?
You got paid?
Woot. Big Sid, thank you for the tier 1 for 21 months. Thank you so very much for the continued support in the channel. Almost 2 years of support. Thank you so very much, Big Sid. You can say it was very big of you. Anyway, he's double objective phase coming up next. Thanks again for the support, bud. I appreciate it greatly. Taunt from the Varian onto the Stitches. Lurking Arm. There's an Explodium charge as well. Stitches so very low, and Ratson lands the hook onto Varian. Gets a heal from Jimmy. Rob trying to back away. Healing pathogen spread by Muffin Man. Nazebo spiders! And Stukov heads north. He doesn't want to spread those spiders to allies. The spiders will expire there. And no kill onto Varian. Next objective phase should be announced momentarily. The Sapper camps will be cleared away. Varian with the wraparound onto Death Knight. Looking for the taunt. Finds it. That's going to be an Explodium charge. A Lurking Arm. And goodbye, Nazebo. Yo, Saddle. What's up, bud? Happy Saturday, everybody. Or Sunday, depending on what part of the world you live in. There are a few Australian or New Zealand viewers here and there. Thanks for casting. Thanks for existing. Thanks for playing the game. So this is the best answer I can give. No, thanks for playing the game, and I'm happy to cast. Always happy to elevate and get some casting in for the different divisions of NGS. 10 talent here, almost here. The first objective channeled by the members of Clouded Minds. Lurking Arm, as well as the Nazebo Zombie, while a hook onto Rob pulls him to safety, kinda. As that Haka doesn't have Lurker Strain level 4. Hoku getting very low here, does go down to Gazlo. And currently we'll be seeing Rob taken down as well. Ratson, can the laser take him down? No, the Stitches lives. Leorc with the drain onto Death Knight. The slow from the paralyzing rage level 4 increase. The couple autos, the body block is sort of in place. And that will still be another triple kill over to the right-hand side of Clouded Minds. None of you guys just saw the bot that just came into chat, did you? There's a... trying to get Automod to do Automod things properly. I think I might have actually finally got the settings the way they should be. I think only, like, Ninja or mods should realistically see the message that just came through. Drag from Dahaka. Does he go Lurker Strain or Defeating Frenzy level 7? He did. He's going to be the one who collects level 4 right there. Bottom lane, by the way. Looks like there won't be any Sappers to feed in just yet. I mean, the camp is up and available, but they seem to be focusing on holding the fort for bottom lane for the time being. Still fort value. We're 7 minutes in. Yeah, it says likely ban evader restricted. So I just not like I'm not 100% sure on the conditions for restricted. I think it's just mods can see it and myself. What's up, Desert? Good to see you, bud. Happy Saturday. Explodium charge finds a stun onto Stitches. We do have a taunt. There's a big old slappy ghost from Nazebo. That'll be interrupted by the Gazlo Gravo Bomb 3000. Putrid Bile activated by Ratson. Able to back away in the hook. Will not catch the heel of that variant, but we do have Putrid Bile, Rain of Vengeance, Isolation for the Dahaka, Scarlet Aegis Whitemane, and the Ravenous Spirit, or the Big Slappy Ghost as we lovingly call it here. On the right-hand side, Mind Control, Entomb, Varian with the Warbringer, as well as Flailing Swipes, and that Gravo Bomb 3000. I always like to mention this about Gravo Bomb because I think we don't remember this very often. But Gravo Bomb, after it is utilized, does give Gazlo ability power buff by 30% for 5 seconds. So there is that too. Like, Gazlo does become more powerful for 5 seconds. After that, a Gravo Bomb is activated. There's going to be a Rain of Vengeance onto Terrasar, who needs to get a heal from Stukov, and the healing pathogen takes just a little too long to get out, and that'll be Sylvanas going down to damage over time from Nazebo. Left side channel is going to be happening. Stukov with the flailing swipes, and Dahak is able to burrow away. And it looks like objective phase will be traded here, top left into the left. Or top right into the left and top left into the right. That's great phrasing. Very clear. Stitches steps up over here on the right-hand side. A huge zombie wall. Not as big as I thought, but still. They catch Nullus inside. The Gravo Bomb thrown down. Scarlet Aegis from Whitemane. Rain of Vengeance from the Vala as well. And that'll be Gazlo going down. The members of Macro Machines turning on the Macro Machine. In bottom lane, we'll have some sappers being fed in by said Macro Machines with a decent wave behind that. The Haunting Wave with the Black Arrows activated by Sylvanas will stop these sappers from charging in and getting any value at all. Possession from Sylvanas. We'll grab 3 minions. Technically, by the way, you should always be mind controlling range minions. Because range minions... I mean, I guess melee minions have more HP, but range minions deal more damage. They deal... Where is that? There it is. So they deal into minion 77. I'm trying to find a melee minion here. There we go. And melee minions deal 5.3 to minions. So if you're looking to clear out a wave a little bit faster, technically range minions are the better steal. Melee minions have more HP, but yeah, anyways. If we're getting into the nuts and bolts of it all. So Dahaka and Leoric in top lane. A little back and forth over there. Vala with a Q thrown out. That's going to be a hook on to Rob, who actually just turns around immediately. Returns the pain into Stitches. That is going to be Mortal Wound level 13. That's why you see that minus 40 healing next to Stitches' health bar. As Dahaka over here... He is going to be still brawling out against Leoric. Breaks the Drain Hope with a burrow. Spiders from Nazebo will be delaying out the objective channel. Gazlo with a turret down. That's a Mind Control Grabo Bomb lurking arm. Putrid Bile activated by Stitches, but it doesn't find much value. Vala with some auto attacks coming out, and Dahaka does go down. It's going to be a triple kill in this engagement, and that will be 4 shots on the left-hand side. Actually, with Vala Whitemane alive, you could push up. I mean, you've got a Sylvanas on your team. You've got a Gazlo as well. Leoric just chills. He can just cancel the channel. No, they're going to go for it. Okay. I actually don't think it's greedy. I don't think it would have been greedy to take this fort and then go for the channel. Leave Leoric around here, and you could do a channel canceling, like get your channel close to the full and then cancel. And then if someone steps up, then you let it go completely, and then you just get the 4 shots without being interrupted. But I definitely don't think it would have been greedy to go for both. But of course, you know, hindsight's 20/20 when you're a caster. As we get our 16 talent tier advantage on the right-hand side, Banner of Dalaran. We'll also be seeing that Mithril Mace for Leoric, Will the Forsaken on Sylvanas. Upgrade on the Explodium Charge with the Arc Reactor, as well as that Super Strain for the Stukov. Mr. Banner, I'm going to bop you on that nose, mister. Sitting there licking on those paws too much. Charge from the Varian, Ice Block from Nazebo. There's an Explodium Charge, the Gravo Bomb, the Mind Control, and this Nazebo just does not get to play the game right now. He will be taken down. Vala. I don't believe Vala's died yet. No, she's full stacks of Creed, or at least the Gambit. Alright, we're 12 minutes post in-game, so of course the structures are now keep values, and the center teleport has opened up. And we'll get our next objective phase. Triple objective phase coming up. If all three are grabbed, it could take the macro machines down to 5 HP, but that's a tall glass of Towers of Doom to order. Not a very easy thing to do. Unless the members of Cloud of Mines get like a huge quadra kill or something like that, I don't think they'll get all three. But 2 should be in the sights for our red squad, as they are starting to lead this map number 2 in this best of 3 series. And as you can see at the top left of your screen, Macro Machines are leading. A hook goes out, but it only finds a Sapper, unfortunately. A hook on Devarian might have confirmed a kill, but Zebo gets left. Dahaka is actually delaying out the right. Gazlo got the center point. We'll see Gazlo rotating over here. It's going to be a 2v2. The Orc hit with the isolation. That should expire in a moment. He'll have a Drain Hope into the Dahaka. Did he have a burrow, though? That's the question. And Entomb is pretty good onto Nazebo. Gazlo with the Gravel Bomb. Looks like Vala dies in bottom lane. Scarlet Egg is activated by the White Bane Future Bile here as well. They're going to feed in 3 Sappers through the bottom lane. And that'll take the enemy core down to 12 HP. Still have this. Oh, wait, Ravenous Spirit inside the zombie wall. Nullus will not be taken down, but I think this Leorc should fall. He should, like, one slam, one hook, one something. Leorc with the Wraithwalk, the Dark Swarm. Oh, he's going to be taken down. But meanwhile, Jimmy on the left-hand side will be dove on by the Sylvanas, and that will be a trade right there. Ratson is going to get low. They do have a delay on Dahoku with that kill off of Stitches. A Mind Control does find the Dahaka, and he gets bursted down. The Quadra kill comes through. Do they call for boss? I mean, it's 30 to 40 seconds on 3 enemy heroes. I don't think this is greedy. Down to 7 HP. This should be down to 3 HP via boss. All right. Next objective could be game winning for Clouded Mines, which will take us to a map number 3. In this best of 3 for Division B, west of NGS. Fantastic siege through the fort in top lane. We'll take that down. As bottom lane did get reconverted back over to the side of Macro Machines, but yep. A rapid siege, and still Dahaka dead for a second or 2 right there. If the Sappers are fed through the top, this is GG. And I think absolutely the members of Macro Machines know this. So Clouded Mines, they're going to have a tough fight here. Gravel Bomb is huge right now. It's going to pull it's going to pull the Dahaka back in. Stukov with the Flailing Swipes. The Healing Pathogen won't be enough. Zebo gets the double kill onto Gazlo and Stukov, and it looks like these Sappers will be cleared away. Sylvanas backs off. Leorc already in bottom lane, working on the fort down over here. Single objective in the bottom of the map. So long as it's not announced within the next 30 seconds. Oh!
Rise from the depths.
I was going to say the death timers will work out, but the death timers are going to be a little bit longer. I think you just give this. If you're Clouded Mines, you just give this objective. I don't think you really want to go for this. You do have the 20 talent to your advantage. Yeah, I think, like... I feel like if you go in with this, like, 3v4, especially without a healer, I think you're just setting yourself up for that Towers of Doom reverse. Like, you Kung Fu into this, you lose a couple members, the next objective comes up, you've got some staggered deaths. Like, yeah, I think this is absolutely the right call. Take the 3 damage. It's 3 to 25, 3 to 22. It's okay. I think a lot of teams get caught up in like, but we could win. We could win right now. We could do it right here. We could just end right now. It's like, no, dude. Like, it's like we just delay till Stukov and Gazlo respawn. No. Just give it and reset for the next. This is the smart call. Tauntaun to Dahaka. He'll be able to burrow for a second there. Entomb with the Buried Alive. Gazlo with the Gravel Bomb. He's got that Bomb Toss level 20, and that Stitch is going down. Mid lane Bell Tower does go over to the right-hand side. Rob trying to charge over to an allied minion to get away from the Vala. Sustained damage. Gazlo with a huge stun. The Bomb Toss coming through. Zones the Dahaka, who lands a massive Contagion Isolation. The Mind Control will find Nazebo here. He'll be able to get a Cleanse and Intercession from Whitemane, and then the Ice block as well. But 2 for 1 trade, and Leoric, who can cheat death, is the one you lost. I don't think you're too upset about that. Double objective phase, center and bottom coming up. Nazeeba working on this fort. Has 139 stacks and went for the Annihilating Spirit at level 20, which honestly, if you're not going to finish out your stacks, Annihilating Spirit is insanely good. Not only are you increasing the damage, so when Ravenous Spirit damages an enemy hero, reduce their healing received by 50% for 1 second, and increase Ravenous Spirit's damage by 5% for the rest of its duration. Passively, you increase the range of Ravenous Spirit by 50%. Annihilating Spirit is very, very good if you are not going to be landing your stacks, and I think this is actually the right call. With healing pathogens spreading to so many allies around as well from Stukov, this is a great way to deny some of that passive healing from healing pathogen. Dahaka looks for the drag, has the elongated tongue level 16. Unfortunately, inside the entomb, it will be Whitemane and Dahaka. They take a heck load of damage. Dahaka burrows, activating some essence. Gazlo with the channel already, and GG, well played. Ladies and gentlemen, we're heading into a map number 3 in our first best of 3 of the day. You'll love to see it. All right.
Prepare yourself for battle, heroes.
Welcome back, everybody. We got ourselves a cup of tea. We are ready to go. We got more lovely viewers in chat checking out the games today. We are going to do a bunch of NGS, and then later on we've got Mario Party with Tatsuki, Big Scary Duck, and our lovely Mod Ninja. Left-hand side of this map number 3, we are going to be seeing a Macro Machines with a Diablo, Maiev, Brightwing, Nazebo, and Leoric. Over on the right-hand side, we got Clouded Mines with the Brooms out, ready to go for a reverse sweep in a best of 3. It doesn't feel as big as like a reverse sweep in a best of 5, but still, the Brooms are out. Reverse sweep potential with an Anduin, Muradin, Hogger, Malthael, and Tychus. Should is the best word for building anything? No, no, no. I like to be confident when I'm building things. I like to use words like, it will slot in perfectly, or it will fit, or I do not need to recut this log. So last night, the running joke last night is like more neighbors kept popping up, you know, popping over. Like one guy finished work and he had like parked his car and saw us all outside, so we grabbed a beer and came over as well. So they're running jokes the rest of the night, because like all of us have worked in construction some way, shape, or form. Was we were all just making like jokes about like, yeah, measure once, cut twice, hell yeah, brother. Like one dude went inside the house to grab a beer and he came out with 3. He goes, I don't know, man, I measured once. So it was just that was the running joke last night. That, and we quoted like the entire movie of Forrest Gump to each other. So anyways, back into Heroes of Stormcasting. We have Greater Polymorph level 1. We don't see this very often with our Brightwings. Okay, Mr. Bandit, you're gonna get bopped if you keep licking those paws. We don't see Greater Polymorph very often for Brightwing players, even with the nerf. What I've been seeing a lot of from Brightwing players is they'll still take Hyper Shift level 1, but instead of taking Critical Miss level 7, it's Peekaboo. So that's kind of the difference I see for here and there. But with Greater Polymorph, I feel like we should get Arcane Flare, not Peekaboo, sorry. We should be getting the Dream Shot level 4, because it's synergistic with the level 1. Since if Brightwing hits an enemy hero with the Arcane Flare center within 2 seconds of being polymorphed, you reduce the polymorph cooldown by 7 seconds and gave 50 mana. And Dream Shot's also a good way to delay out objective phasing. Hush later on can get value as well. It's not like a guarantee, because if you take Hush, you're not going to be taking Criterize, and Criterize at 16 is huge. So, you know, we'll see what kind of the meta is as it goes on, but I feel like if you take Dream Shot right there, Hush or Criterize are really good, because Criterize, you do get the armor reduction onto the target as well. It's a minus 25 armor if I'm not mistaken, so 25% increased burst is not bad. Anyways, my dissertation on talents aside, we got our first objective phase coming up here in the top center of the map. The orc with the... ooh, he's actually going to be going Ghastly Reach at level 7, or level 4 here. Okay. This, we've seen... oh, no, this is Dark Knight. Sorry, different player. Sorry. I was going to say, Hauku's been playing a lot of, Leoric. Oh, no, actually, no, they swapped sides. My bad. No. Yeah, it was Hauku had Leoric in game 1, and the members of Clouded Minds, Kane, I believe, had the Leoric last game, so they did swap that around. But either way. If it is going to be the Ghastly Reach, typically it's going to be the level 13-16 Ominous Wraith Royal Focus. We'll talk about that later on. We assume we'll get that late in the game. Sky Chase is trying to back away over here, and that will be Leoric going down first blood as Terrasar has the overkill active. Nazebo throws down a zombie wall. Umbral Bind from Maiev doesn't pull anyone away, and she does use the Spirit of Vengeance and the teleport to get out. But first objective, tribute number 1 of 3 goes over to the right-hand side of Clouded Minds. By the way, I got all my stuff. Oh, of course. Malthael takes down Maiev in top lane, and I don't catch it. I did get all the stuff for the subathon. Like all the extra stuff I needed for the subathon has come into the mail, so I'm really excited for it. Don't miss the subathon this upcoming Friday. It's gonna be really fun. It's gonna be a really, really fun day. We got some great bonus games. We've got some great regular games on the schedule. You just gotta keep the subathon going. First time Diablo 2. I'm actually really excited. I've never played Diablo 2. I know like nothing about it. I don't even know what class we're gonna play. But it should be fun. I am really looking for, like... I don't, like, dread the subathons. I just dread, like, getting good sleep the night before. But I don't know. I'm so excited for this one. I think it's because the last subathon we attempted was when I had my first round of back injury stuff this year. So that was a bit of a bummer, because typically we do 2 subathons a year, one in February, one in September. So missing out on most of the first one kind of was a bummer, but I'm super pumped for this one. We're going to order some food. We're going to have a fun day of streaming. Got a bunch of games. Oh, I cannot wait. Exclamation subathon if you'd like to check out the schedule. It does localize to your time zone, and it is a very safe for work link. Granted, it is Saturday. I assume most of you are kind of chilling, in bed, drinking coffee or tea. 10 talents here, almost here on both sides. We got some camps to be grabbed around the map. Third objective will be top left. And it looks like Macro Machines are going to give this. Macro Machines are just going to eat the curse. Delicious curse time, okay. All right, Muffin Man. Let's see what y'all can do. This Brightwing, yeah, they're finishing up this boss. It does go into bottom. Mid lane wave is already crashing onto the fort. Top lane fort should be gone. I mean, there's so many people already up here. This should be a top lane fort destruction. Augur moves into mid. Muradin has the post-level 10 Stormbolt piercing and cooldown reduction, 1 second per auto attack. Malthael last rights heroic. We've got a Shockwave Avatar, Light Bomb. Tychus is holding. I assume it's Odin, but I wouldn't mind a Draken Laser Drill. It does get good value on this map for siege and teamfighting around the objective area. On the opposing side, it will be Entomb, Blink Heal, Warden's Cage, Lightning Breath. We do get the Draken Laser Drill, by the way. And Nazebo is holding. I wouldn't mind Ravenous Spirit, and it is going to be Ravenous Spirit. Gargantuan's nice, but it just feels limited, where Ravenous Spirit, I do feel like you can kind of be a little bit away from the fight, get some extra value for your team, or even chase someone down. Ravenous Spirit does have quite quick mobility on it. And there's a beautiful Warden's Cage with the Ravenous Spirit inside. Look at that big old slappy ghost coming through. A Fan of Knives will take down Tychus, and he does fall. Top lane fort will be taken out. Mid lane fort saved. Malthael pushes up onto the top lane fort front gate, and we'll get that down in bottom lane. All in all, it's a 1-2 game in kills, 11-11, and structurally, it is 1 structure advantage. Granted, as I mentioned, that mid lane fort down to 25% HP or so. Oh man, I'm super excited for Mario Party today too. I'm glad we hit that sub goal. I think it's really fun. I think it's fun for the viewers. I think it's fun for us, the players. Oh, 1 Piercing Light stack for our Anduin. We got 20 Pandemic stacks for Nazebo. He's got 92 baseline Voodoo Ritual stacks, which is very nice. Well, level 12 in. A little bit behind technically, but it's okay. 31 in the Rhythm stacks for Tychus. No last rites yet for Malthael, assuming he'll get 1 or 2. I'd say that's about the average for Malthael players. Rarely do I see Malthaels get, like, full stackage on this. Maybe if they're like at 4 stacks, once in a blue moon, you'll see the, I think it's Death Angel, I think is a level 20 upgrade, where you half the amount of stacks needed, and I think you get some other values on top of that. I saw one of those, like, no joke. I think I saw it, like, this past Thursday when I was casting. I did see one of those Death Angels as well. Piercing, or Chastise goes out from Anduin. Muradin does activate his Avatar, but it seems like getting Avatar out from Muradin was an easy pull for the members of Macro Machine, and they'll back away. Muradin does have Reverberation level 4, so he gets 5% cooldown reduction on his heroic per enemy hero hit with that Thunderclap. And chat, you can do the math on 5% of 90. I think we've done this before. Alright. Boss on the top right to be grabbed. Boss on bottom left still a minute 45 away from being respawned. But I don't think they'll make this rotation quick enough. Oh, no, I don't think they were actually going to go check. No, they were. Leorga's got that Wraithwalk going. Yeah, they were. The members of Macro Machines were thinking about trying to invade this boss, but yeah, just a little too late on that call. Let's actually pull away the towns here really quickly, get a better zoom out, so we can see how this engagement is going to break out. Actually, we have the Light Bomb going in. It only hits Diablo as the Vault of the Wardens allows Maiev not to be CC'd. The Lightning Breath from Diablo coming out as well. Arcane getting low, and that's Brightwing going down as well. Malthael Last Rites was utilized, and I think that's what did take down the Brightwing. Dark Knight is taken out of this engagement as well. Sorry, I thought the Malthael was the one picked off, but no, it's not going to be the case. And now Diablo's Soul Shield is their grenade from Terrasar. Grenade. No grenade. Overkill activated. Overkill gives movement speed, doesn't it? Like a little bit? No. Okay, I for some reason thought that it slows movement speed with the spray and pray. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, he's got the Wraithwalk out. He's fine. Well, 1 out of 3 tribute points on the right-hand side. Augur clears out mid. Clouded Mines seem to be doing okay in this map number 3. It's 1 to 6 in kills, and the kills tell that story for sure. No structures down as we take a peek at the mini-map. We've got Augur managing bottom, mid lane fort on a few hundred HP, 1,688. More than a few. As we wait and see how our next engagement's going to unfold. Obviously, the members of Macro Machines want a team fight pre-level 16 for the enemy. And of course, Clouded Minds are not going to give that over. They're going to safely soak the available waves that are pushed up, which was bottom for the moment, but now they grab mid. This will be 16 talent, and honestly, I'd like to see Macro Machines do exactly what they're already doing. Nazebo heads top, Leoric for bottom. The rest of the team kind of hovers around mid, trying to keep this fort alive as long as possible, so they deny the periodic catapult pressure in mid lane, since it's already happening in top and bottom. Excuse me. And this will be our boss in the bottom left to be grabbed here. Obviously, no curse objective lockdown onto the towers, but this will be 2 out of 3 seeds or tribute points on the right-hand side. York slowed in the rotation. Muradin has that easy 1v1. He's got the Bronzebeard Rage. Breaks the Drain, Hope. Connection with the Dwarf Toss. The Chastise doesn't connect, but top lane fort at least will go down. So there's that value. Anduin gets the channel. This will be heavy siege through bottom. I thought they might try and steal away that Bruiser camp. But still, with a quarter level of a lead in experience, well, a level lead in experience, but a quarter level difference in talent tiers with Siege Giants, Boss, and Minion Wave in bottom, this is an easy keep front gate. Can more be achieved? The Orc with the Wraithwalk. Muradin doesn't land the Stormbolt. We got another tribute top left of the map. And realistically, yeah, they just let this go. They're going to rotate mid, get this fort down as well, and get another curse on the side of Clouded Mines. Back-to-back curses here. It's a bit of a rough go for Macro Machines as they continue to clear out bottom lane wave. Leoric and Nazebo catch mid. 153 stacks on our Nazebo currently, 35 Pandemic stacks on his level 1, 57 souls on our Diablo. Hold the phone. Rotation coming in. Diablo lands the Shadow Charge. There's a Draken Laser Drill that takes a lot of damage from Nazebo out the gate. That's a big old Slappy Ghost as well with the Ravenous Spirit trying to take down some enemies. The last rights on to the Brightwing are not going to be connecting because she does have the phase out level 16. She still goes down. Diablo will be picked off as well. So will Leoric and Murden traded. And that phase out 20-second cooldown that allowed Brightwing to live for a moment and deny the last right stackage, but still Terrasar is going to be able to get the channel here. And you might be like, but Bahamut, Malthael has 1 stack of last rights. Yes, because he got it earlier on the Brightwing during a different engagement. So, Hogger, Anduin, and Malthael all head to top lane fort. We've got Tychus on his way. No Draken Laser Drill for the next 54 seconds. It's a good siege tool. Nazebo gets wonderful damage and damage over time onto a few enemies here. Anduin healing that up just fine. Looks like no spiders were in that jar, actually. I have Spirit of Vengeance in. Teleport not activated. Malthael gets the phase shift from Brightwing. Leap of Faith onto, excuse me, Maiev gets the phase shift from Brightwing. Malthael gets the Leap of Faith from Anduin. Tychus throws back a grenade, and that pushes back the enemies for a moment. Bottom lane keep does go down. Mid lane keep front gate is going to be whittled away by the minion wave. Top lane should be saved. It's going to be a keep down below 50%. But it's Clouded Mines with only 1 structure gone in top lane. Meanwhile, in bottom, it's going to be consistent catapult pressure. And those catapults currently dealing 532 damage into structures with over 1,000 HP. Malthael for a camp over here for mid lane. We'll see Siege Giants at the bottom lane, and a boss to be checked here on the left. So no bosses being grabbed. Muradin Vision right now, swapping to opposing sides. They know Nazebo just threw some spiders on there. Maybe they saw Nazebo throw some spiders there, but I think actually the fight is being attempted by Macro Machines. They won't find it, and they go right back for boss. Now, of course, Clouded Minds know this. They don't really want a pre-20 fight. They would rather just continue this advantage, this 2-level lead just about. Augur with an easy throw dynamite into the boss pit. We know boss is at about a quarter HP. Burden checks the bush with a Stormbolt. They see how low it is. Can he get in there in time? Dwarf Toss, the Emerald Bind pulls it back, and he won't be able to get in. The Light Bomb from Anduin will be applied and does lock down 1, I do believe. Arcane falls to the Malthael, damage over time. Nazebo will not be taken up by a Last Rites as the Ice Block denies that damage. The boss does go over to the left-hand side of Macro Machines, but the team fight is all day for the side of Clouded Mines. As Sky Chase on the right-hand side, she'll be taken down. Death Knight on the left will be picked off. It right there is what we call a Stream Deck.
Team kill.
Thank you. 14-2, the mid lane keep is going to be quickly taken down as they move past it. And Clouded Mines, brooms are out of the closet, the dustpans are full of Macro Machines, and that will be a reverse sweep on the right-hand side for our red squad. GG, well played. GG, yeah, that was a fun series. That was really good. We're not done casting by any means. We still have 3 hours until we have Mario Party, so we're going to be doing casting until Mario Party time. So that is that. Rob, thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. Hope you stick around for the other games today. If not, Bandit will not understand because he's a dog. But he will be sad. He will be sad. There is that. No, I appreciate everyone hanging out. Thanks for being here. What's up, BemZed? Thanks for casting. My pleasure, my pleasure. No, I'm not gonna hold you hostage. It's Saturday. Saturdays are always the day where people are like, oh, I want to go do stuff. And I just had a week of work, and Saturday's my day to go to Home Depot and buy all the plants. And then you spend your afternoon watching the stream while you plant new plants in your house. Boom. Big braining out here.